Hey there, Libra, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your monthly reading. This is going to be a reading for the month of July, and we're going to take a look at your past, present, and near future energies. Also, Libra, if this reading resonates and you would like to book a personal reading, make sure to check out the description box below for all the information about how to do that. Okay, Libra. Main energy for your reading this month is the Magician. Bottom of the deck, you get the Nine of Wands. You're definitely manifesting, but there is some resistance when it comes to this manifestation, and we're going to see exactly why. Now, you may be dealing with another energy here, another person. They could be a Gemini, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. Those are the main ones that I'm getting. Obviously, they can be any sign. Those are just the main ones that I'm seeing. In the recent past, you get the Death, the Hierophant, and the Sun. These are all major arcana cards, which means in the recent past, you went through some pretty intense energies. There was an ending of a very stable connection here. For some of you, it may have been a marriage. For others of you, it may have been one of those connections where it's like, doesn't matter if we weren't married on paper, we might as well have been, right? But along with this ending came a lot of clarity for you. You really realized a lot of things, and you also felt lighter. I know that endings are never fun, but you felt lighter. You felt almost unburdened by this ending. We'll see exactly why that is too. In the current situation, you get the Six of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. You're a little bit unsure. You kind of waver back and forth on what the best course of action is for you, on what the best thing to do is at this point. You're trying to analyze and assess it and really figure it out. But, you know, it's kind of like some days you think this is the right thing to do. Next days you think this is what you want to do. Next day you're like, oh, nope, this is actually what I should be doing. So we'll see why you kind of have this like fluctuating energy. In the near future, you get the Nine of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Hanged One. Again, very deep, intuitive energy showing up here in the near future. And this is all happening and coming about as a result of you prioritizing yourself, you putting yourself first, you putting your needs first. You are single here in the near future. I do see that. But it doesn't come with pain or angst or fear. It comes with you somehow connecting to your higher self and your intuition in a way which you're not able to do, at least not when you were in this connection in the recent past. So let's start off and clarify the Magician, which is the main energy for your reading. The Magician is clarified by the Knight of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. You're manifesting an apology from this person. That's literally what you want. You're like, look, I know it might take a while. I know it might take a long, long time, right? Because this person moves very slow. But whoever this is, you want them to apologize. And you're like, my happiness, me being happy, is tied up to them apologizing. And I'm like, okay, what do you want them to apologize for? The fact that they were inconsistent, the fact that they were hot and cold, the fact that they gave you mixed messages, the fact that their actions said one thing versus their words saying another thing. That's what you want an apology for. You're not even focused on necessarily getting them back or reconciling or being in a relationship. You don't want any of that. You're like, I want you to apologize and take accountability for your actions. That would make me happy. And that's really what you're manifesting this month. I like it. It's very simple too. It's like you're very clear. This is what I want. And usually when you're clear like that with the universe delivers. Also, Libra, I say you because this is your reading. This could also be your person's energies towards you. So take it as it resonates. Let's take a look at the Death card in the recent past. Death is clarified by the Star, the World, and the Lovers. Again, big, big, big energies. Bottom of the deck, you get the Devil. Really intense energies here in the recent past. You're essentially showing me this deep connection, this soul connection, like this lovers connection, right? The lovers is a deep, deep, deep connection. It ended. It came to an end. A cycle closed out. You're showing me the World and the Death. Like this thing ended for you. And all you really want is to move away from like the difficult, painful energies and move into a much more positive energy, much more hopeful energy. You don't want to feel heavy. You don't want to feel weighed down, right? You do feel like this person, and again, this is the recent past, so it may be different for you in the current situation. Like even though things ended in this connection, this person still has a hold on you. They have this like invisible grasp on you, where sometimes you just think of them out of nowhere, or sometimes you just feel like they're tugging on your energy and you can't explain it. You're like, things ended. This connection ended. Like the World and the Death card. That's ending. And for some reason, you still feel like you're tethered to them. You still feel like you're connected to them energetically somehow. And you're like, I don't want to feel that. Like, I just want to feel loose. I want to feel unencumbered. I want to feel free. I don't want to feel weighed down. And I don't want to feel connected to them where they can just tug on this not imaginary, but this invisible rope of my energy whenever they want to. Let's clarify the Hierophant in the recent past. Hierophant's clarified by the Four of Swords, the Chariot, and the Queen of Wands. You want to heal from this connection. You do. You recognize that it was a soul connection. You recognize that you and this person had beautiful, beautiful times and beautiful memories together. And you're like, that's beautiful. That's great. It's over. I want to heal. And what's beautiful for you here, Libra, is you heal very, very quickly. You go from this energy of, I want to feel unencumbered to I'm healing. And as you're healing, you're already feeling yourself. You're already feeling comfortable in your skin. You're already feeling confident and attractive and radiant, right? It doesn't take a lot to get you to feel good. And that's what I'm seeing here in the recent past. It all happens very, very quickly. And the reason it's happening so quickly for you is because it is divinely guided. The Chariot is literally the universe coming in and being like, here, let me guide you in the direction you're meant to move in. And it's the direction of you feeling yourself, feeling attractive, feeling radiant, feeling magnetic, feeling successful, feeling all the very, very, very positive energies that you want to feel. Let's clarify the Sun in the recent past. The Sun is clarified by the King of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, your person may have been a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. It's showing up strongly. One thing that's becoming clear to you here in hindsight in 2020 vision, is that this person in your past relationship, in this connection, they put up a lot of emotional roadblocks, right? What I mean by that is a lot of times when you dealt with them, you felt like you kept hitting a wall. It's like, oh, we would talk about this topic, wall, or we'd approach this emotional wall. It's like you could only get so far or so close to them before there was a barrier, before there was something. And you're showing me, like, I look back at how things like unfolded in the past, and I'm recognizing that they did this quite a lot. Now, you're looking at it in an energy with a little bit of regret where you're like, well, why were they like that? Like, why did they do that? Right? Now, another thing that this person would do, and this was kind of their way of like not setting a wall, but it was more so kind of, I'll explain the energy and then maybe you can help me make sense of it, Libra. But this person really needed a lot of attention from the opposite gender, right? Whether this person was a man, woman, whatever, like they needed a ton of attention, and it usually came from the opposite gender. They use this as a way to kind of like maintain some emotional boundary with you. It's almost not like to remind you of like, oh, you're not good enough, or like you don't fulfill me enough, or anything like that. But it was more so like their way of setting themselves apart and showing like how confident and how amazing they are and how much everybody wants them, right? But it's fake. It's not genuine. This person is very, very insecure, and the way they kind of bolster their energy, the way they make themselves feel like better about themselves and more confident and maintaining this appearance of confidence is through this attention that they get from the opposite gender. And that's also something that, again, you're recognizing here in the recent past, like they did this quite a lot. Now, whether or not you were okay with it, I don't know, but you can see that this was a recurring pattern for them in your connection. Let's move on to the current situation. I want to see what the Six of Wands is for you in the current situation. Six of Wands is clarified by the Six of Cups, the High Priestess, which you get again in the near future, and the Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, you get the Fool. You don't really know what the best course of action when it comes to this soul connection is. You're showing me I'm trying to tap into my intuition. I'm trying to listen to my higher self. I'm trying to really have my higher self guide me on the best course of like, what do I do with this person? You want a new beginning. Now, when I say new beginning, Libra, I don't mean necessarily reconciliation. For some of you, it is a reconciliation. For some of you, it's not. For some of you, you just want to like wipe the slate clean and just be like, you're in your corner, I'm in my corner, we're good. So new beginning is going to be different for each of you, but you're essentially showing me, I don't know what to do about this. I'm not just trying to like do something and just like mark it off my list. I want to make sure that what I'm doing is really the best course of action. Now you're trying to tap into your higher self. It's taking time. It's taking time. And you're showing me like I'm having a bit of a hard time communicating with my higher self. And so because I'm not getting those downloads, I'm not getting that clarity that I'm looking for, I'm just going to take a breather and not really do anything about this right now, right? I'm going to let the universe and divine timing play its part and guide me down the right path as to like, what should I do about this connection? Let's clarify the Seven of Swords in the current situation. Seven of Swords is clarified by the Four of Cups, the Six of Wands, which you just got, and the Page of Pentacles. You're having a little bit of, like I said, that back and forth energy in the current situation between I feel good, I feel unhappy. I feel good, I feel disappointed. I feel amazing, I feel, sucky. And it's normal. You went through an ending. Regardless of how well you're handling it, Libra, right? You're going to fluctuate towards this energy, or sometimes between the energies of feeling good and not feeling so good. And that's fine. But just recognize that this is a learning process for you. You're learning a lot here about yourself, about this person, about this connection, about everything. And so even though sometimes, you may be in an energy of like feeling amazing, feeling incredible, and then the next day you feel all bummed out, that's normal. That's totally, totally normal. It's all a growth and learning process for you. Let's clarify the Seven of Pentacles in the current situation. Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. You're trying to evaluate and assess how to be in a place of balance with this person. I don't feel like you're in the position where you're ready to completely cut them out, right? Regardless of what happened between the two of you, you want to get back to this place of being able to interact with them while still maintaining some level of balance, some level of give and take, some level of like, I give you my energy, I receive energy. And you're showing me like, that's where my energy is focused in the current situation. That's where I'm putting the majority of my energy and working on making that happen. The thing is, you're not 100% sure how to do that. So the way that you would experience this, it's like, okay, I don't want to cut you out of my life because, we have so many good times together. We have so many memories. I want to be your friend. I want to be in some energy with you. Okay. But how do we do that? Do we text? Do we call? Do we hang out? Do we not hang out? Is this okay? Is this not okay? You're trying to really figure out like what works for you and what doesn't. And you're the one taking action here, by the way. And that's where the majority of your energy right now is focused. Now, I will say at the bottom of the deck, you get the Two of Cups. You do still love this person. You do still have love for them. Whether you want to admit it to yourself or not, that's up to you. But I can see that you still love them in the current situation. Let's look at the Nine of Pentacles in the near future. Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the Five of Wands, the Moon, and the Temperance. You're single, okay? And it is very, very healing for you, but there is a lot of internal conflict happening for you at the same time because this is bringing up a lot of subconscious things, a lot of fears, limiting beliefs, all these things, that you're able to kind of like hide or disregard or not pay attention to. The universe is kind of bringing this up for you in the near future for you to heal it, for you to kind of like make peace with it and just like, not even just heal it, but just make peace with the fact that you carry all these things. And it has something to do with you being single. So I don't know if you're just not used to being single or you've been with this person so long that you don't even remember what it's like to be single and be on your own. But that is creating a lot of conflict internally for you in the near future. So just be aware, like whatever you're feeling, whatever is surfacing for you, just like look at it and acknowledge that it's there. You don't have to do anything with it, but the universe is making it come up for a reason, and suppressing it really doesn't seem like the best course of action for you here in the near future. Bottom of the deck, you get the Nine of Swords. It does come with some pain, anxiety, stress, right? Anything that we've buried or haven't addressed in quite some time and it resurfaces, like it's going to be icky and mucky and like we're not going to want to deal with it. But the universe is surfacing it in the near future for a reason for you, Libra. Let's clarify the High Priestess in the near future. High Priestess is clarified by the Eight of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. You do still love this person, but things are over between you and this person. And you, after things ended, right? the way that you kind of dealt with it was just emotional detachment, emotional disconnect. Not really feeling, and you can see like you don't really feel any pain. You don't really feel anything about this connection, about anything like that. You're not really going through the heavy, heavy emotions in the recent past and the current situation. And I'm not saying that you're going through them in the near future, but your higher self is trying to communicate with you here in the near future about maybe cracking open that emotional door a little bit more. Just crack the door a little bit. Recognize, hey, this ending sucked. Recognize, hey, I do still have love for this person. That's kind of your higher self is trying to coax you into feeling those things in the near future. And I do feel like you're listening. Let's clarify the Hanged Man in the near future. Hanged One is clarified by the Ace of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Magician. Magician is the main energy for your reading. And so you're recognizing in the near future why your manifestation here is blocked, why it's stopped. You're getting that clarity. It's coming to you through a very positive energy. So I don't know how or what this energy is, but you know how sometimes you just like something clicks and you realize it? The universe is making you realize in the near future, like, hey, this manifestation of yours, right? Like it's stopped, it's blocked, like it's not happening right now. Here's why. And you're like, that makes sense. Okay, cool. I don't know what this is. You're definitely gonna recognize this though. It's very much like an aha moment, and it's a very comfortable aha moment. It's not one of those like, oh, I had to go through hell and back to come to this clarity and this realization. This is actually delivered in a very fun, playful way. Let's take a look in, oh my gosh. Let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind this month, Libra. From the universe, you get the Four of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Tower. You're recognizing that the reason this connection, this bond collapsed, why it disintegrated, why it didn't work in the first place, and why it was not stable was because somebody here had a lot of these emotional walls, had a lot of these emotional barriers. Now, it could be you, Libra. It could be your person. It could be the both of you. But essentially, the Tower is something collapsing, and this bond is what collapsed. This connection is what collapsed. This relationship is what collapsed because there was barriers. There were barriers, emotional barriers, that essentially separated this connection from stability, from consistency, from being successful long term. That's not to say that you're not able to have a brand new beginning and rebuild. You are, if you want to. But the universe is asking you to recognize that it's these barriers, these walls, these emotional, we'll call them, I don't know, I'll say barrier again because that's the only word that's coming to my mind, is what caused the collapse of this connection. So Libra, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you here on the next one.